and then it goes ding. Now it's live. See the big red button at the bottom says stop. So now we can have our own gate crashes come and crash our hangout if there are those sort of people out there. So now that's live, and we're ready to we're ready to go. So now that's live. So now we're recording. So whatever we record from this point will be held against you.
Now the other thing about this, if you notice on the screen jump back and forth between me or us, isn't that really irritating? For some it's not, but what that's doing is their technology is voice activated. So if Amy made a little talking noise, it rings her and says, hey, she's talking. There's another feature that Andrew it's called Blue Box. Okay.
So basically, if I go and click on, all I want to do is see Amy. It's going to make her feel very uncomfortable because we're just looking at her and she's not saying anything. So you can say something, Amy.
Hey guys, how's it going over there?
So we can what we call blue boxing, although it doesn't look blue, it's white down there with the word Jeff on it. But that's basically keeping her in the frame the whole time. So you're not having, while I'm talking, it's not coming back to me, it's going to stay on her. Now sometimes sometimes you forget you've done that, and here you are talking backwards and forwards to the guest, and you've forgotten to take the video of somebody else, and all it is one person sitting there nodding. It looks a little weird, I can tell you. But to get that off, I basically click on that box again, and now, if Amy is to say something now.
Hey guys, it's really lonely in here.
It automatically voice activates back to her. So I like that. I like that when we're doing a backwards and forwards interview because then you can hear what's going on. Now, if Amy was to mute herself from there, let's say she had some music going on in the background, and it was always kicking in, thinking that it was the voice. She could mute herself so it doesn't do that backwards and forwards as well. Question over there, Erin, question?
Yeah, I was curious, when there are multiple people trying to talk at the same time, will it be flashing back and forth?
Yeah, it can. So usually it's established and say, listen, everybody mute yourself. When you want to say something, unmute yourself. And then and that's as simple as just hovering over the top here, up the top there, unmute. So there's that. And then a couple of other things that I wanted to show you was screen share. So if you've got an educator, you want to teach somebody to do something, okay, you want to share your screen, you've got some relevant information you want to share with people, you can click on screen share, and basically it picks up which screen, which part of your computer do you want to share. So if I wanted to go and share my slideshow, I basically click on that and hit start screen share, and now my slideshow is being shown to Amy. All Amy can see is that slideshow. Is that right, Amy?
I can see your slideshow great.
Yeah, see? So now I'm doing a slideshow. So we could have done this. We could have done this whole presentation from home this morning. So you can do a presentation from wherever you are to anyone in the world, wherever they are.
Can't get the free lunch.
Can't get the free lunch. No.
But you don't have to dress for
So there's the slide screen share. And then I just click on that to get off screen share. And then a couple of other cool things is the Hangout toolbox. This Hangout toolbox basically lets you put your name on the bottom. So let's say that this is my business here. I'm going to put what they call a lower third. So it gives you a graphic for your own name and business, because sometimes if somebody happens to come across your Hangout and they're looking at you and they don't know who you are, this gives you the ability to read backwards. This gives you the ability.
It's Australian.
That's right. I can flick it back. So now it's flipped and everyone's on the other side of the room. I've just moved you all without knowing. But because it was backwards to me, it's not backwards for everybody else. But sometimes that confuse people, so they put this little option in for you as well. But that's what they call a lower third. So it's very easy to do. Up the top here, you can just go and change your name, add whatever you want, put the details of your website in there. If you're being interviewed on one of these, someone may want to interview you, you want to make sure you've got a lower third so that they know where to go and find out more about you. All right? So that's what I call a lower third. And then over the other side here, the other couple of things on the toolbox is what other things yet? I don't think it's working there. What was that other one I wanted to do? Oh, you can play YouTube videos too. What was the box with all the funny stuff on it?
Oh, that's going to be in your
effects.
Control room. The one right up. Nope.
At the top here.
Keep coming down. Slide bar right there. Controller, check that out.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's the sound. That's the sound stuff.
Should have.
No, it's Google Effects, I think. Is what I was looking for. It's not there.
If it's not there, all you have to do is go down to the bottom and then upload it. It's like an app on the phone. There are a lot of other applications you can add to that, and you can just add that to that. That one should have been just preloaded in there.
Yeah, it should have been.
I'm just curious now. After you see this, how could you use a Google Hangout in your business to make it more efficient? Maybe save time, not do more, but do more in less time. What do you think?
If you could play it back, the person could take a look at how they did the first version of it, and then after you train them a little bit on how to do like job interviews and that kind of thing, they can play the first one back. I suppose if you save it, and then they can see the second one to see how they've improved.
So you can do all these silly things too. In fact,
Chamber of Commerce save money because we do candidate forums every year. You have to hire a photographer, videographer to come in and film.
You still want to do that in case you need my cards. Because that's really good footage. I mean, that's good stuff. Great. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
no, when you're ready, we'll come.
He's going to do something else.
We do love road racing photography videos. All right, so if we had the same setup set right on a track,
Wow.
and you had it live, can you upload that at the same time to Facebook?
Yes, because you would get, as when it goes to YouTube, you can share that to those two locations. Absolutely.
Come stand in front of the camera for a second. So this is really highly needed for every business, but we could put them come closer right to the camera. So
I drew the short straw today. I ain't meeting.
anyway, just thought I'd completely.
The cool thing about that is that moves around. It'll follow you around if you're the only person on that. It kind of follows you around.
I can't get rid of them now.
You've done it now. There you go. How else could you use this? I said, how would you use this?
For presentation.
You get a whole bunch of people in the room, didn't have to travel. And Rusty, about you.
I would show my ducks in the bio shelter. They're very cute.
Yeah. There's a lot of things like that on there, quite frankly. People share with the world.
You can volunteer your time to speak to different groups and videotape it, so you're just marketing yourself as an expert in the field that a lot of people come to hear.
I'm sorry, your name?
Dory.
Dory,
Yes.
how would you use this? Or how could you see yourself using
I guess the same way, but I have a question actually.
it? Okay.
So how does someone who say, okay, we're going to do this, how do they find you? Email address then?
Well, here's what happens when you go back on Google Plus. You create what are called circles, like friends, your business people. It's almost like looking in your directory or your address book at home. These are friends. Well, this is
You have
something.
to put this first.
Yes, and here's the cool part. There's nothing real mango about it because it gives you all this list of people. And you can go through and just tick, these are the people I want in this, and you can put them in different circles. You can say, hey, I met Gigi at this, so she's an acquaintance, but I've seen some of her stuff. She's kind of fun to follow. That's one of those options, right? Or I can custom make it, right? And what I'm seeing, if I say, hey, I'm just sending out to people that are fun to follow, and you're on my business list, you won't get this opportunity to see it. So I want to make sure my content is appropriate for that group I'm sending out. Does that answer that question? Yeah.
Just added to that, you get a link as well to this particular Hangout, and you can share that with your email address, all your email list. You can go onto your social media site. You can say on Facebook, hey, listen, I'm doing a Hangout today. Come and join me. Here's the link. Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere you can put a link. You've got that ability to share that with people. So yeah, you don't have. In fact, you don't even have to have people on Google Plus to watch it. If they just want to watch it, you don't have to have them on Google Plus. They can actually just watch it.
Like back to your question, you're talking about the real estate, like we have the listing, we can put it on ourselves and say, hey, check it out, blah, blah.
Yeah.
send it out there.
Definitely. Yeah, you can embed this stuff on your own website too. You can embed this video on your website. In fact, I'll pull up an example of what we do. Well, you want to take one more question? I'll show you.
Yeah. Well, how would you use this in your business? How could you use it?
Several ways. I think one thing I would do, maybe set up a mock presentation, and maybe look very authoritative, and then I can share that. I can just prioritize something's their website, SEO related, offer me some. It's a great idea.
How would you use this? Could you use this in the chamber? Besides saving thousands and thousands of dollars, they are for that business.
I assume that you guys have probably used board meetings perhaps with people that can't not to, which always tends to be, personal too. We can also bring membership, choose membership services. So we were just talking at lunch how better to, how effective can we let our members know what we're doing for them. Why are they paying dues to be chamber members? And we do constant contact. Well, we're not even getting a third opening up the constant contact.
We're too busy.
Yeah, so maybe a third will open constant contact, a third will be on the video thing, and a third will be on something else. So you've got all three, got your whole membership covered, and they know what they're doing. We have Google Plus right now, but it's not being used at all, basically. How do we reach info and let people know that get on Google Plus, be in our circle?
You can invite them in. You can go and say, hey, I'm going to activate this. You're going to start using it.
Call them on the phone.
It could be that.
One-on-one or something to get them to actually get on.
Ask your friends to share it.
Yeah.
I would say go back to that constant contact and say, great news about Google Plus.
Yeah.
You're invited.
Live video astronomy.
We're invited. You can join us on this show.
No, I'm saying, we do that, you guys are here, right?
Maybe like that.
Lifetime.
Kind of like this, right?
Use this for the big thing that we're going to have again next year.
Absolutely. One thing we can do too here is next time we do one of these workshops, we can have it set up where all of your members of the chambers can be home. We'd like to get them here. They won't get the lunch, but they can be home and watch us. For the event we do.
For the setup that you have for the sites, the camera, what else do you do?
Besides these are Google Plus laptop and yeah, that's it. I mean, you can travel a lot. Not probably about the time you talked about using it. Yeah, you can just have a couple of iPhone 5S on tripods. You're good to go. Jeff, did you use the camera and the laptops?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, certainly. That's how this whole thing started. But you know, it's you ever watch something on a laptop and they're like really close or their hands get really big. That's why we use these little cameras because we get some distance between us and the camera. So, what do you think? How would you use it? How do you know you have a Ferrari in your garage? You have an unlimited gas tank, and a credit card that I can fill up at time. How would you use it?
I was just thinking about actually just listening to Google filming the anglers, families, having the fun time, and then insert that onto my website.
Yes. I was thinking of a couple websites. I'm a father, and it'd be interesting when I unload a kill to unload the kill in front and say, "Here's some new pots." I also have been thinking that I want to expand my business to do a little more teaching, and offer it as here's a lesson, and if you want to learn the other part of the lesson, come and see.
Can I add to that? Would you like to be paid for those lessons?
I would like to be paid for it.
So this is a free tool. Do you think we could make this a paid option?
I'd love to
Would you
know.
like to see how to So this is one of our we call it Make It Simple TV. This is where we interview people. In fact, today at 4 o'clock, Truth, what's the time? I'm doing our next one today. This is the one we did last week, but this is embedded on our website. Now, Google Plus will give you some code, and basically, as soon as the video is finished, when we're finished recording this live with Amy, it'll go up to my YouTube channel. What we've done is we've just embedded it straight into our website. So people can come to our website, to this page here, and watch the show live, or if they miss it, they watch it replayed within minutes of it being recorded. So they come along here, so they don't even need to sign into Google Plus to watch this, which is cool. But you could do something like this. So let's say you're teaching people, let's say you want to teach people whatever it is for an hour, and you might want to charge $50 for it, for argument's sake. So you could set up a little payment page, payment gateway on PayPal, and say, hey, you want to come and learn what I'm teaching? Here, pay up to $50 on PayPal, put a PayPal button there on your website. They pay the $50. The thank you page that PayPal takes them to is actually the hidden page that's sitting on your website. You've just got that URL there. That's where they go to watch the show that they've just paid for. Now, it's not free to anyone else. You want to make sure that the video is set to free at the start when you set it up in Google Hangouts. When it's private ones, so no one can watch it from Google Plus. But they come to this page that you've set up, so you can now charge people to watch your teaching for that 20 minutes, hour, whatever you want to do. So Google Plus, even though it's a free tool, you can make money from your knowledge. You've got how many people like to make money from their knowledge of this sort of stuff? So that's it sounds a little technical. It can be a little technical at the start, but just understand that it's possible. So if you know that it's possible, then you can work out how to get it there. So I want to use that idea that it is possible to make money in Google Hangouts as well. Yes?
I know the answer to that. As of right now, there is no way to do split screen on this, right? Okay.
On Google Plus, not yet. I guarantee it's not far away. Yeah, it's not far away. That's why we've chosen for our shows to go live streaming, because we can control that when we use split screens and things like that. Some stuff we still use Google Hangout, but mostly we use live streaming. Yes, ma'am.
My wife had a question about editing. Is there an editing possibility?
Yes. You want to take that?
Nope.
Okay. Ron, sure. Editing. What you can do is after it's done, it then goes right into YouTube. In YouTube, now they have some editing tools. In fact, if you said, you know what, gosh, I might add some music to this. Well, they actually have this list of music you can put on there. Let's say you did a home walkthrough on tour. You just want to add some background music. But you don't want to be sued because you used, rock mononophs, and if somebody sues you. So they have this list of free music, royalty-free music that's free, and you can put that in there. You're saying, you know what, that was kind of boring in that bathroom because there's a jacket over the back like this picture. I want to take it out. So you can cut that out. It'll put it all together. And then when it's done, you're good. You've got music, you put titles on there, make it smaller, and then all of a sudden that's what you actually input on your website, or that's what you really say. And then we'll just upgrade that.
How much is that software?
What's that?
How much is that software?
It's pretty expensive. That, again, is free. It's 4 figures. That part.
That's on YouTube?
Yes, ma'am. Because that's where this goes. Well, after we're done today, literally, it freaked us out when we first started doing this because it was like, God, that quick it was ready to watch. And when we're done with this, it's about, for an hour or 2 hour show, it's probably about an hour before it's actually live, and I can say, geez, you can go watch that. It takes a while. This is really quick. You must have bigger, faster computers. But yeah, you can certainly edit that. Oh, music out in the hallway. That drew Amy back in there. Is there? Go ahead.
If you pick the private version, does it not automatically go upload to YouTube?
It will still go to YouTube, but it's marked as private on there, so I think it's marked private
Is there a
automatically.
way to make it to where you don't want it on YouTube at all? Or
You can delete it. You can go in there and delete it
just
from your
delete
account.
it,
Yep.
but you can't stop it. It's just
You can't, but it'll go private, so no one knows it's there. No one can search it. Only you get to see it when it's private. Then you go in and you hit the delete button, and it's done in seconds. So yeah, you can take it off.
Where else did you say YouTube, and where else does it go?
NSA. Everybody else it's in Google in your profile in your Google Hangout, your G Plus, it's there. But when you mark it private, it will something that shows an icon, but you can't actually access it, and then it just goes to YouTube.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. So that's how we use Google Plus. So let's just kind of shut it down and see what happens. So now we're going to stop the broadcast.
Bye, Amy. I think she muted herself.